Hey there, stars! Tiv here, and today we're taking a look back at a toy that was the subject of one of my earliest actual attempts at a review, Legacy Jhiaxus. Now, the old video, honestly complete trash. Frankly, I had no idea what I was doing back then, so there might be a couple others I redo from that era in the near future. The toy, on the other hand, though, it's honestly a stunner. So let's start from the top with the aesthetics. Now, Jhiaxus has a satisfying, chonky 90s robot vibe to him, with sharp angles, a very vibrant color palette, and a pretty distinctive face, which I'll note for the longest time you could only get close to it via the Star Wars Transformers Emperor Palpatine. At least in my opinion, that's how I used that figure back as a kid. And on top of all that, Jhiaxus here really does look exactly out of the G2 comic. Now, when it comes to his posability, he's got some nice ankle joints, good 360 at the thighs, really great leg and knee movement, and it's all on top of a fantastic 360 at the waist, a ball-jointed head and arms, but they get a little bit more weird articulation thanks to the transformation, and he's got opening hands, a luxury for most bots, and while he can't quite get the superhero pose, he's still really impressive there. Even if he's not the most dynamic, you really are going to get most poses you'd want out of this Jhiaxus. Now, before we get into the transformation, here's some quick size comparisons. Here he is with a LEGO Microfighter, with a Studio Series Voyager, a War for Cybertron Voyager, a Core class figure, and a can of charged lemonade. Now, if it's been a while since you've transformed Jhiaxus, a few details can trip you up, mostly in how much tab pulling and movement is really involved. But other than that, it's a joy! Now, the jet you get as a result, it doesn't look the most like anything actually in the comic, but I think that's probably for the best. We instead get a really solid looking starfighter that's used the kibble of his bot mode to inform the design, instead of being the weird scourgy thing we actually saw him transform into a couple of times. For a jet former, the kibble really does clean up really quite well, and I give his swoop ability a 10 out of 10. But let's get into some size comparisons before the final verdict. Now here he is with a Core class, a LEGO Microfighter, Lemonade again, the Police, this cool Fox, a WFC Voyager, and a Studio Series Voyager. So overall, I honestly think Jhiaxus exceeds all the expectations you might have from this sort of toy release. Sure, the jet mode isn't 100% accurate to the jet mode from the comic, but sometimes, for the sake of a better toy, you really do have to set accuracy aside. And unlike some examples, like with the later Shadow Striker, it's still recognizably the same robot mode Jhiaxus had during G2. Considering the two Jhiaxus toys we've had in the past, I really think this is a leg up. And it's something we honestly needed. I'd have to say this guy really is a must-buy, especially if you want some big bads running around whose names don't end in Tron. Now, I've been Tiv, and when it comes to comic-exclusive warlords who need accurate depictions, I think I still need someone to guide me on the path to the Dark Mount.